Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and this is the Super Bowl recap. And the Rams have won the Super Bowl. They are champions, and they defeated the Cincinnati Bengals. What a game that was! They win 23-20. And yeah, just a great game. It was close at the end, no blowout, no blowout or anything. Yeah, we expected this a close game. The teams are pretty evenly matched, I'd say. I mean, like I said in my preview for the game, the Rams I think have the better team, but they like the Bengals had all the momentum, and they had such a good postseason run. But yeah, they fall short here. Rams win 23-20, and yeah, just some great. It's just a great performance from the Rams. The Bengals didn't play bad either, I'd say. But yeah, we're gonna get in. I'm just gonna talk about it for a little bit. I'm just gonna talk about like what's next for the teams. Maybe I'm gonna talk about the stat line. I'm gonna share my screen here real quick. So yeah, there you go. That's the stat line. So yeah, Joe Burrow, he had a pretty good game. Just in the end, I guess was not able to deliver, on that final drive. T. Higgins had a great game. I don't know. I feel like they should have got the ball into Jamar Chase's hands more than 5 times. I mean, and same with T. Higgins. Joe Burrow did not throw as much as I thought he usually does. I mean, 33 times. I thought he usually throws more, but T. Higgins only 4%. They were really big game plays. I'll admit that. Those were nice, but maybe just a little more receptions from them because those players are very good threats for the Bengals. But yeah, there's that. Stafford did throw 2 picks to the Bengals. Um, Aaron Donald, what a game from him. He had a great game. In the first half, he didn't really do much. They were triple teaming him, double teaming him. But he came to life in the second half, and that's what you're gonna get with Aaron Donald. Yeah, he might be slow because he's getting double teamed, but at some point in the game, if it's a crucial game, I think he's just gonna show up. The Rams would have destroyed the Bengals if they had OBJ. I don't know about that, but yeah, I mean, hey, things could have been different. I don't know. But yeah, OBJ, it's unfortunate to see him go down. He has torn his ACL officially. That's always going to be a problem, and it's the same knee he tore a few years ago when he was with the Browns last season. He tore his ACL with them. So yeah, just rehab for him, and I don't know. He probably missed like the beginning of the season. I'm guessing because he didn't even play the full season. He came back week 3, I think, this year, week 4, something like that, for the Browns from his injury last season, but. Yeah, he's probably not going to be there at the beginning of the season, and just it's going to be an off season of rehab for him. But hey, he's a Super Bowl champion. He had an impact on the game. We'll get there now, I guess. He had an impact on the game. So yeah, congratulations to him on this team. He's probably one of the players that deserves it the most. He's worked hard. He's been probably one of the best wide receivers in the NFL for a while. Many people look up to him. Many people, he's their favorite player. So yeah, just an inspiration, and he had 2 receptions for 52 yards and a touchdown. I mean, that's pretty good considering he got injured in the second quarter. I think, I mean, hey, he could have won Super Bowl MVP. I don't know if he had kept going. I think he would have had a bigger game. But yeah. But prayers up to him. Hopefully, he can get well. Soon. I saw him celebrating in the locker room and all that. So yeah, that was nice. The Bengals' run defense was very good. Yeah, I mean, the Rams couldn't get anything going. I mean, 13 carries for 21 yards. Cam Akers there. I mean, he couldn't get anything going. But yeah, the Bengals' run defense was great. Like the whole game, the Rams were trying to jumpstart the run game, but it wasn't working. But yeah. So Matthew Stafford here, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Now they had to win the game through the air, and that's exactly what they did on that final drive. Matthew Stafford to Cooper Cup. That's probably the best connection in the NFL. I mean, Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase is also a pretty good connection. But Matthew Stafford to Cooper Cup is an amazing connection. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions. He did kind of struggle out of the halftime. He threw that deep pick. And then he it was tipped off one of his players, and he got unlucky, in the Bengals guy. He got it. So those were the 2 picks there. But yeah, I mean, still got the job done. I think he had a great game. And Matthew Stafford, this guy's definitely a top 10 QB. If you guys look back before the season, I did a list of my top 10 quarterbacks. I think that's what I did. Um, and I did not put him in my top 10. I said he was overrated, and I said, he didn't really win with the Lions. How can he win with the Rams? But you put him on this team, and he wins the Super Bowl. He hadn't won a playoff game his whole career, and he comes to the Rams, wins 4 playoff games, including the Super Bowl. I mean, it's crazy. I called him. I'm pretty sure in that video you can go back. I don't know. I think I may have called him overrated. I have no idea, but I did not put him in my top 10. I actually put Ryan Tannehill, Kyler Murray, and a few others ahead of him. But this dude's definitely top 10, maybe even top 5. And I think this kind of, you could consider him as a Hall of Famer now as well. I mean, he he was a great quarterback for the Lions. Like he was actually a very good quarterback for the Lions. Just they never gave him the pieces. They never gave him the weapons to win. They never really had a real contending team. Yeah, he got them to the playoffs himself. And they can thank him for that. But yeah, I mean that just shows. I mean the Lions, I don't even know what they were doing. They kind of wasting his career. But hey, he comes out to LA, gets the job done. This is what they were aiming for this season. It was all or nothing. I think they wanted they were in win now mode the whole season, and they've done it. No, just probably one of they're definitely the best team in the NFC, like on paper. I think maybe second best. The second half of the game was all punting. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was. Yeah, I guess it was a lot of punting. But yeah, so yeah, Matthew Stafford. Congratulations to him. He's another player that really deserves that ring. And yeah, and then Cooper Cup. This guy is a Super Bowl MVP. Well deserved. I thought it should have been between him and Aaron Donald. You could go either way. Aaron Donald had a great game, but yeah, Cooper Cup. Yeah, he went from like he came in he out of high school he was a 0-star recruit. Like he didn't even have 1 star. He was a 0-star recruit, and he just worked so hard. That's what I saw. He was a 0-star recruit. Now he's a Super Bowl champion. He's the MVP of the Super Bowl. He was definitely even an MVP contender this season. 1,800 yards this season, which was yeah. Rams had the ball for most of the fourth quarter. Yeah, they had it for the last 5 minutes of the game, including the 2-minute warning. So well, yeah, some of the 2-minute warning, and then they gave it back to the Bengals, and then we all know what happened. But yeah, the Rams really chewed the clock, and I think they did the right thing. That was definitely what they should have done. But yeah, back to Cooper Cup. Super Bowl contender. I mean MVP contender for sure. I think. A lot of people are saying he's better because he's in McVay's system, but I think he's pretty talented. I don't know. I think he's a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. I'm not gonna make my list like right now or anything. That's just a statement, but I think he's definitely like a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. After this season, before this season, I knew he had that one good year in when they made the Super Bowl against the Patriots, but 2019, 2020, he wasn't as good. But this year was unreal. And it was really fun to watch him play for sure. Um yeah, and then we have OBJ obviously. I mean, like when OBJ went down, I mean it was clear like really the only real weapon you had in this game was Cooper Cup. I mean, the run game was not working. These other wide receivers, they're dropping passes and all that. So Cooper Cup, I mean, he was so clutch on the final drive. Scores the game-winning touchdown on Eli Apple. Eli Apple was talking trash all week. And then Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup gets the game-winning touchdown over him. He basically mossed him, so that was nice to see. He got a crucial first down in the fourth quarter. Yeah, that was really nice. Actually, that was really a really good play design by Sean McVay. I'll get to Sean McVay later. He was amazing, but yeah, as we know, he's probably the best coach in the NFL, and his play designs and play calls are really good. So yeah, I think that play where they handed it off, they kind of faked it, I think, to the running back. Then they handed it off to Cooper Cup. He kind of jukes the defender and gets like a gain of like 6 or 7. So yeah, that was a very crucial play that kept the drive alive. That kept their Super Bowl chances alive. So yeah, that was really good. Cooper Cup definitely deserves the MVP of the game. Now with the defense. The defense. I mean, I don't know. Like it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Like in the fourth quarter, definitely. I mean, they obviously had the game-stopping drive. Aaron Donald doing his thing. I think Aaron Donald had a few sacks. I think 2 sacks. Before the first half, before the second half, he didn't do anything because he was getting triple teamed, quadruple teamed, double teamed. At one point, the whole Bengals offensive line was on him. I can't even keep track how many people were on him, and he pushed through, and he got a few sacks. He impacted the game massively in the second half, and he might retire too, which is crazy. Like they're saying, oh, he's probably one of the if not the greatest defensive player of all time. And he doesn't have to do much more, um why get injured or something like that. So a lot of people are saying he might be retiring. I don't want to see him retire because I think he's one of the best players in the NFL, definitely one of my favorite defensive players in the NFL. It's so fun to watch him. He's just full force. He has a few DPOYs, Defensive Player of the Years, and now he's a Super Bowl champion. So yeah, on the Bengals' last play, they should have ran it. Yeah, I think they should have. I mean, it was 4th and 1. I'll get to that later, but let's. I'm gonna talk about the Rams defense, but yeah, I'll get to the Bengals that drive I guess later. But yeah, Jalen Ramsay, I don't know, he kind of struggled in this game. He got burned a few times by T Higgins and Jamar Chase. Obviously as we know that T Higgins touchdown, that was kind of controversial. Like he did grab his face mask and kind of throw him down. But I mean, I don't think that should have been a touchdown, like surely. But hey, it doesn't matter anymore. Um, and then yeah, Jamar Chase. I don't think Jalen Ramsey had a great game, but still, he had a really good postseason. He had a really good postseason, and he's just fun to watch. I mean, like so like throughout the season, I've been watching some of the Rams games, and then you see like, oh, the other team has a star receiver, and then sometimes they just go silent for the rest of the game. I'm like, what's happening? Because I don't really focus on DB wide receiver matchups when I'm watching football games, but then I realized I go and check the stats on my phone or something, and then I see, oh, this guy, this star receiver who Jalen Ramsey's actually covering has like under like 30 yards, under what they average or something. And that's because Jalen Ramsey's just a lockdown corner. He's not going to get you that many interceptions. He's not going to get you that many stats. But just his man coverage is so good. Definitely he's definitely the best cornerback in the NFL, no doubt. And yeah, big contributor. He deserves that Super Bowl. Uh, as he's been probably the best cornerback in the league for a few years now. But yeah, that's the Rams. I mean, congratulations to them. But yeah, back to this. I think yeah. So I'll talk about the Rams last drive. I said the Cooper Cup clutch play on 4th down. And he got it. And then there's a few flags. When they got a 1st and goal, there's a few flags actually, and then the Rams got to advance. And sorry. One of them, I think Cooper Cup scored a touchdown. He got a good gain, but then they had to move back because I think he scored a touchdown, but then the Bengals and the Rams, two players, on one on each team had a penalty, so then it offset it, and then the Rams had to score again, and they eventually did. And Cooper Cup, there was a flag on like Logan Wilson. He fouled Cooper Cup. It was holding. So then they were really close to the red zone line. They don't want to do they didn't want to use the run game because it wasn't working all game. As you saw, Cam Akers, as you can see here, Cam Akers only had 21 yards through 13 carries, 1.6 average, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, so they had to pass the ball, and it worked out perfectly. And then the Bengals get the ball. They move up the field. They have Jamar Chase with that like 20-yard play, 15-yard play, and then they hit Tyler Boyd. There was only really two good plays. They hit Tyler Boyd, um, for the like 9-yard gain. It was 2nd and 1. They have 3 opportunities to get the first down, and they don't get it. I mean, I don't even know. So I know they ran the ball with Piran. I don't know why Joe Mixon was not in the game. Samaje Piran for some reason was in the game. I don't know why Joe Mixon is not there. If you have Joe Mixon, maybe when they ran the ball in that play, maybe you're through. I mean, who knows? And then you have the next play. Joe Burrow doesn't know what to do, and Aaron Donald gets to him. Jamar Chase was actually wide open downfield. But I don't blame Joe Burrow for throwing it where he threw it because he couldn't do anything. Aaron Donald got to him so quickly that Jamar Chase was wide open downfield. I'm sure Burrow could have hit that throw if he had more time. Um, but then, Aaron Donald gets to him. That Rams D line, like I said in my preview, I said this could be where the game is won, and it's exactly where the game was won. So yeah, everybody knew this was a mismatch coming in, and the Rams D line definitely did their job. They win the Super Bowl for the Rams, and Joe Burrow just had to throw it away. He couldn't get it to P. Ryan, who I think the pass was intended to. Yeah, Jamar Chase was wide open downfield, but like I said, there's nothing Joe Burrow could do better. But I mean, yeah, what a season from Joe Burrow. He had a great season. Definitely, probably he won Comeback Player of the Year actually, and Jamar Chase won Rookie of the Year. That explosive duo. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be very good in years to come. Maybe the Bengals they could do pretty good, but in the future. But hey, I don't know. I mean, the Ravens, they're gonna be back next year. As you guys know, I'm a Ravens fan, so I don't know. I think we'll be back next year. The Steelers. Let's see, will they get their quarterback? If they do get a decent quarterback, they will be a threat. The Browns, as for now, I have no idea. I don't think they are really a threat, um, but yeah, so yeah, and then for the Bengals, I mean, like the question is, last year they really in the draft, they hit on Jamar Chase. I mean, Jamar Chase was the perfect draft. We were all saying, oh, you should have drafted Penei Sewell, including myself. I said they should have drafted Penei Sewell, who was the best offensive lineman in the draft. To protect Joe Burrow. We don't want him to get injured again, this and that. But I think for the most part of the season, I mean, the O line wasn't too bad. But then but no, I think it was though. It was pretty bad. Just the Joe Burrow being how skilled he is. He was great. And he's just a very talented quarterback. You have some quarterbacks who really just need an O line to play well. Like you have Baker Mayfield. He's not that good anymore. I mean, his O line got injured this year. We saw what happened to him. I guess Ryan Tannehill could be like those type of players. But Joe Burrow, he's definitely skilled. He's not a system quarterback, and I think like he can definitely he's definitely a top 10, top 5 quarterback. I have to admit, unfortunately, um, but yeah, I think that offensive line really needs to be addressed in the draft and free agency. Let's see, maybe the Bengals can attract some free agents. I have no idea. After the season that they had, they definitely could attract some big names. I don't know. I don't know who the free agents are. We'll get to the free agency like probably in a month or so because that's when that starts. But I think they through the draft definitely need to get some. I think they have the 31st overall pick because they did come second, I guess, and the Rams have the 32nd pick. But yeah, 31st pick for the Bengals. They're definitely. I think they had. I mean, what else can you spend it on? I mean, I know they do have some free agents on defense, but I mean, the offensive line lost you the Super Bowl. It's as simple as that. They lost you the Super Bowl. From that Tennessee game, they had 9 sacks, and in this game they give up 7 sacks. For for Joe Burrow to deal with. I mean, I just feel bad for the guy. He had such a good season, and he's the old line. The old line really just messed it up. Will Burrow learn from this for next year? I mean, I really don't think any of the game was really Burrow's fault. I think he had a good game in the Super Bowl. As you can see, his stats aren't too bad. I think he should have threw the ball more. I think that's the coach's fault though. They didn't really drop more pass plays. But yeah, Mixon had a good game, but um yeah, I wanted him to throw the ball more, I think. I think just Joe Burrow did everything right. He did everything right. He didn't do anything wrong. Just the only reason they lost the game, like I said, was the offensive line. Bengals offensive line was bad. So many sacks. Yes, they did give up 7 sacks in this game, and that's a Super Bowl record. Like you can't win with 7 sacks. I mean, I know the Bengals did against the Titans. They give up 9 sacks against the Titans, which was crazy. And we all knew, like, I thought the Chiefs would beat the Bengals simply because their O line was so bad. The Chiefs have players like Bolden, Ingram, and all those guys who, I thought they would tear up that O line, but they didn't. But and then I'm like, oh, Aaron Donald and this O line, Leonard Floyd, Von Miller, like this is a different O line. This is, I mean, different D line. This is the best D line in the league. So I think, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people saw that coming. A lot of people predicted that was a clear mismatch, and the Rams definitely exposed the Bengals O line in the second half. The Bengals O line was kind of having their way in the first half, but the Rams, I guess they adjusted, and that's where the game was won, like I said earlier. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They lost on the 4th-and-1 play in the drop pass. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't really like the play calling. I didn't like the play calling for that drive. I didn't like how. I mean, they could have they could have just ran the ball. I think got the first, maybe call a timeout. They had 2 timeouts left, I believe. One timeout left, I believe. So what they could have done. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's tough what they could have done. They were in a really bad spot on the field, I think. But yeah, I mean, they should have picked up the first down through that run play. I don't that player. And I think it's definitely the O line. The O line wasn't blocking for Samaje P. Ryan. But second of all, I don't know why Joe Mixon is in the game. I think Joe Mixon should have been in the game. As we know, he's probably a top 5 running back in the league this season. So it didn't make sense to me why he wasn't in the game. He was probably their best player. And no, not best player in the game, but he had 72 yards. He did have the passing touch. I haven't mentioned that, but But yeah, Joe Mixon had a great game, and I don't know why he's not running the ball. I don't know why the backup running back is running the ball, but it is what it is. The Rams did get the win. And yeah, congratulations to them. Like I said, um, it was a great game, very great game, fun to watch, especially after last season's Super Bowl, Chiefs versus Bucks. That was a blowout, so it's good we got this Super Bowl. Um, we got a good one. We got a good matchup, 23-20. It came down to the last few plays, came down to the last minute. So yeah, always love to see that. But yeah, if you guys like that, thank you guys for watching. Once again, congratulations to the Rams. Congratulations to OBJ. He's been one of my favorite players. So I love to see him win. And a lot of people were saying, he was the problem in Cleveland and all that. Like Baker Mayfield is so good, OBJ is the problem, but he proves everybody wrong. He proves all the Cleveland Browns fans, all of the Cleveland Browns organization, like all the haters wrong. And I love to see him. Love to see him do that. And he had a good game. I mean, it's sad to see him go down with the ACL injury, but this is what he's been working for. This is what he dreamt of. And yeah, shout out to Matthew Stafford as well and Cooper Cup. And yeah, Aaron Donald. Hopefully Aaron Donald doesn't retire, but I completely understand if he did. Yeah, this Rams team was so fun to watch. I'd say this season, a lot of highlight plays. Cooper Cup, obviously, as we know. Um, a lot of highlight plays, a lot of primetime games I enjoyed watching. The NFC West division, that was a fun division to watch. But yeah, hopefully they're back next year. I'm looking forward to next season. For the NFL videos, I guess they're kind of gonna slow down now because the season is officially over. So we will be transitioning into the off season. Probably won't be a few NFL videos until like March or so, because that's when free agency hits. That's what we'll be talking about then. And then obviously the NFL draft in April, which is at the end of April, so we have to wait a few months for that. And then we have the NBA, so I'm going to be doing more NBA like content. I kind of haven't done it. And the last NBA video I did was Suns versus Bucks, Game 6 NBA Finals, when the Bucks won. That's the won the NBA Finals. That's the last NBA video I actually did. So we're gonna start doing more of that with the NFL season over. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.